So there's two basic things that we're going to be describing in the co-resolution structure. That is the cooperation that goes across the table, and then loyalty that's going to be promoted on either side of the table. So what creates cooperation is the future interaction between the co-resolvers. The fact that they will work together in the future means that they are not going to be likely to do anything that undermines their ongoing relationship with each other. You might be able to get away with something at least this one particular time, or you might be able to, sneak something by, just at this point. But if you know it's going to be discovered later, or if over time these things build up where I, as a co-resolver, just stop trusting my other co-resolver because I feel that they're constantly trying to, push everything up to the very line, then it'll undermine the co-resolver's relationship. And of course, also just the fact that the co-resolvers are saying that they're acting as a team, that they're expressing this commitment to each other, that also helps. I mean, obviously the fact that they are operating as one business, and you'd want when you're looking into that a co-resolution pair where the two co-resolvers get along very well together. So basically, as the parties are buying into this relationship, having two co-resolvers that entirely trust each other is going to be, that's your business, that's what you're selling, that's what you're offering these people. Alright, and then of course there's the mutuality of this dynamic. The fact that each co-resolver knows that the other co-resolver is thinking that about them. So you can be ensured that whatever cooperation you're exhibiting across the table is being reciprocated back to you, which is really the unique benefit of this in terms of negotiation processes, because in no other negotiation process can you get into the other side's head. And that's what everyone wants in a negotiation. They want to know what the other side's thinking. They want to know what their strategy is, and this actually gives you an opportunity to do that. Because, in negotiation you can't say, well, we're going to have a rule that you have to negotiate fairly, because how do you define what fair is, and how do you enforce that rule? Whereas in co-resolution, here we just have this relationship, and that's what they're motivated to do. Okay, so then loyalty on the same side of the table, the way that that's promoted is, first we need to mention that this is a negotiation-based process. In a negotiation-based process, you need both sides on board to reach any kind of outcome. If you don't reach, if everyone doesn't agree entirely on the resolution, then it just doesn't happen. So if one side just is uncomfortable or is being passive aggressive, then you just don't have an outcome. Whereas in a decision-based form, if if you're in front of the court and one side says, well, I just think this is a bunch of hooey and I'm leaving, then the other side would say, okay, great, and they'd continue to argue in front of the arbitrator or the judge and get a favorable resolution. So being that co-resolution is a negotiation-based process, each party has basically walk-away power. By not agreeing, by being uncomfortable, by saying, you know what, this isn't working for me, each side has the ability to fire both co-resolvers, to end the entire process. So just not agreeing terminates a negotiation-based process. So then the assistance, because the assistance in co-resolution is constrained to negotiation, each co-resolver really needs to be entirely focused on their own party. And, as we've applied, as I've found in applying this, when I look over at my dispute, my coachee, and they're doing like something like this where they're just kind of shaking their head and they feel uncomfortable, I know that I've got to get right with them. Because, the last thing you want to do is have your disputant feel like it's 3 against 1. Because, like you were saying, you have more people in the room that might cause some more stress. So if one person feels like their own coach is against them, and of course the other side's against them, and the other side's coach is helping that side go against them, then they're just going to, say, you know what, I'm not going to agree with this. This is enough. I've had it. I'm done. I'm out. And so each coach really needs to be cognizant during the entire process of what their party's thinking. Or that the ongoing relationship and repeated interaction motivates cooperation, whereas the walkaway power and relationship with his disputant motivates loyalty. So what ends up happening is that each co-resolver will strive to best assist their respective disputant within the bounds of the cooperative relationship. And then this applies even further. So what we've been talking about so far is just how the coaches or the co-resolvers interact with their clients. But the whole point of this is to get the clients cooperating with each other. So what ends up happening in the dynamic of co-resolution is that if the disputants are given the assistance and the benefits of a coach, and then that coach is designed to be cooperative, then to whatever degree the disputants are acting under the assistance of the coach, they're going to be cooperating. If I know that I can get a better result from listening to the professional negotiator who's sitting next to whatever degree I'm operating under their advice, I'm going to be acting in a cooperative manner. And then because each disputant knows that the other side is doing that, they get to have this assurance that it's in the other side's best interest to negotiate cooperatively. And that's